The wonderful Chroma Grand Piano by sonuscore just got a smaller brother, the Chroma Upright Piano. In the 2 years or so that I've had the Chroma Grand Piano, it has become my go-to for any piano-related composing tasks. I use it for piano sketches that I turn into full orchestral pieces, piano-only compositions, and I use the powerful engine as a creative tool in my hybrid cinematic tracks. But does Chroma Upright Piano live up to the high standards set by its predecessor? Let's find out. The first thing that I do with any piano sample library is test how it sounds right out of the box. No preset, no particle effects, whatever. Get a very natural, kind of roomy sounding piano with character. It sounds nicely colorful. I wasn't surprised when I asked sonuscore and they confirmed that this is a over 100-year-old upright piano from a German piano manufacturer that's no longer in business. This refined age, I think, is clearly audible in the samples. And it's rich and unique. Great dynamic curve for me. It feels good to play under my fingers. If I try to ignore the fact that I have a MIDI keyboard with only semi-weighted synth keys and focus only on the sound, it reminds me of sitting in front of a real piano. Now what sonuscore does with their Chroma pianos, they process this initial sound and tweak the 4 microphone positions with the effects processing to create more piano presets out of it. Check out this bright upright piano preset, for example. Sounds much closer. Obviously bright and brilliant as the name suggests. And it still has this nice color of the original sound. The cinematic upright is much oomfier in the bass because the rumble mic is added to the mic mix, which is like a sub bass sort of underneath, and it makes it sound more polished and impactful. This one will sit well in a more powerful and processed orchestral composition. We also have a very, very soft, mellow ballad piano. Another of my favorites is the mellow cinema piano. Now, like our beloved orchestra sample libraries, Chroma Upright Piano has articulations, different ways of using and bruising the piano to get interesting sounds out of it. Obviously, no flutter tongue here. We got 6 articulations that you can see here. The normal one is keys, so pressing keys, triggers, hammers, that strike strings that resonate to produce sound. But Chroma Upright Piano also has a felt articulation, a sheet of felt placed between the hammers and the strings for a dampened, beautiful sound that many of us composers, including myself, love very much. This is gorgeous. However, I noticed that the felt articulation in the upper register has a quite percussive, clicky notion to it, which sounds nice and intimate, but you can't deactivate it. Yes, you got mechanics in this keyboard, so you can control the note on and off sounds as well as the pedal. Let's increase the volume and see no mechanics. And with also the pedal. But this has no effect on the clickiness in the felt, so this is baked in. Nevertheless, a very nice articulation, and I'm glad they included this one. We also got muted strings, plucked strings, which sound a bit like a dulcimer in the upper registers. We got harmonics. And bowed strings, which will become interesting for the effects engine, pads, and soundscapes. The cool thing is that you can combine these articulations with one click. Like here, the felt with the harmonics and the bowed articulations. This is so nice. Just with 3 clicks, we created ourselves a little rich and detailed preset. I wish combining articulations would be that easy with orchestral sample libraries. For each articulation, we can shape the volume independently. And we can also have control over the attack. Increasing the attack makes it sound more like a pad, as well as the release. And there's a new feature in Chroma Upright Piano that I'm excited to show you next. A new feature that the grand piano doesn't have, but the Chroma Upright Piano has, is that we can now set the octavation for each articulation. Octavation for each articulation. This alone gives us tons of flexibility to create different sounds. Soft sounds, hard sounds, plucky sounds, beds, pads. On the right, there are reverb and EQ effects. Very nice. And just with this main window alone, we would have a lot at our hands to make really good music. But wait, there's more. Chroma has an entire engine that multiplies the possibilities exponentially. Yes, pretty much every piano library comes with a particle engine these days for those sparkly, shiny little effects. I rarely use any of these. But here, it actually feels like a useful feature, more than perhaps just a convenient afterthought. So let's take a look. First thing I love about Chroma's engine is the simple UI. Look at this. It looks so similar to our main piano, but it's powerful, let me tell you. We can activate and deactivate the engine here. Nice change in color in the background image. And then let's turn off the piano completely for now. So we only have the engine. By default, we have the key articulation that generates some notes in a 1/8 rhythm for us. And it leaves out a few notes. So it's not like that, but some of them are omitted. We can decide that with the density knob, so now all 8 notes are played. Then with lower density, it's just a few of them. With the variation knob, we can add some more like rhythmic changes. More randomness now. And it's tempo sync to a DAW, so if I increase the tempo, it just seamlessly reacts to it. Nice. Okay, we can also decouple it and just have it in milliseconds. I like my notes tempo synced. Now the spread is tasty. It controls the pan and makes our particles dance across the left and right in the stereo image. We can get notes across, for example, 2 octaves, or 3 octaves, 4 octaves. And we can detune them for a more eerie or haunting effect, for like some dissonance in our soup of generated notes. Again, on the right, just like with the main piano screen, we have a few effects to further shape the sound. And just like with the piano, we can combine articulations for the engine with one click. It's brilliant, so simple. By the way, by hovering over each control, it shows a little description in the contact info below. Now, how does all of this come together in the presets? The library comes with about 100 presets organized into piano only, engine only, and piano and engine combined. We can choose them from the preset browser or the contact snapshots. These rhythmic pulses are pretty useful for scoring and adding subtle drive. Some presets sound warm and round. Others more thin and icy. We can tweak each preset the way that we want, add the engine and change articulations, and then save it as our own preset. Awesome. Once you've saved it, it appears in the user data folder of Chroma Upright. Here you can share it with other composers, import their presets, and of course it appears in the preset browser. Wowza! This is a very useful engine and it's super open to collaboration. If you're not happy with how the piano feels under your fingers while playing, you can twist and tweak the velocity curve here with a few settings in the Mix tab. To me, it feels just right out of the box. Here are the 4 microphone positions: the front, above, below, and the rumble. Together, pretty nice mic mix. Conclusion time. This is one nice piano. Keep in mind that this is not a grand piano. If you want a clean, more resonating body sound, you will need a sampled grand piano due to its larger soundboard, like the Chroma Grand Piano, Ascent, or Noir. Upright pianos are smaller, and the good ones have these unique colors and flavors, especially old ones in great condition. Chroma Upright is one of these great old ones in a good condition. And for me, the most important thing is that I can use Chroma Upright in many situations. It's very versatile and you get a lot of use case for your buck. The initial preset sounds colorful and sort of roomy, more distant. You can bring it up to the front with the different presets like the bright, warm upright or the jazz piano. Have it more tight and powerful in the mix with the cinematic presets, and everything is just one click away. I appreciate the felt articulation, which will make many composers very happy. Though in my opinion it won't replace a dedicated felt piano like my beloved Woodchester. Chroma impresses with its 6 articulations, combinable with one click, plus the engine that is easy to control, easy to share with others, easy to create presets and store them and share them and select them. It's user-friendly and modern in its presentation, but rich and complex in its sound. It's one of my top piano contenders for this year already. Chroma Upright Piano comes in the typical price range for flagship piano sample libraries, $100 to $150, with a $149 regular price, $109 intro sale, and a $99 cross grade from Chroma Grand Piano. There's also a bundle offer for $199 with both Chroma Grand and Upright Piano. Should you get it? Ultimately, that is up to you. Do you need an upright piano, or do you want one? And do you like the sound of the actual piano without the engine? So from the initial preset, do you like this? In that case, yes, I think you should buy this one. It's great, sounds good, feels good, looks good, thumbs up. I will use this one. But just a well-meant advice coming from a medical doctor, as with all your sample library purchases, make sure that your buying behavior is healthy and that you're not trying to fill a hole in yourself with flashy new tools, compensating self-doubt through new shiny sample libraries. Guess responsibly. I wrote a little demo with Chroma Upright Piano. I used Chroma Upright only. What's your impression of the sample library? Write them down in the comments, ask any questions and I will try to answer them all for you. A thumbs up would be very nice, and in return I will give you a free ticket to the Become a Pro Composer Discord community with over 1,000 composers who learn and grow while having fun.